Hello, I'm the Glyph from GTB Labs with another video on controller modification. Today, we're going to run through the full dis- and reassembly of a Nintendo Switch Pro controller. Whether you're installing a new button set, doing a repair, or just want to see what's inside, this video should cover all the basics. The only required tool for this project is a small Phillips head screwdriver like this Weha 00. A pair of tweezers is also nice to have, but it's not required. The first thing we want to do is remove the screw on the end of each arm shroud. Once removed, the shrouds slide right off. This exposes the 4 screws on the battery cover, which we'll remove next. This cover comes off easily to expose the battery and 5 inner screws. Remove the battery using the tab on the left side. Then remove the 5 screws. Now we'll separate the top and bottom halves of the controller, but be careful with this step as there is a flex cable connecting the two. Keeping the halves close together, use your tweezers to lift the black bar on the flex connector, then disconnect the cable. With the back half separated, we can now easily remove the joystick hats and replace them with new ones. These are just a friction fit and should slide on and off without too much trouble. Once that's done, we'll go back to the top half. Remove the 4 screws on the PCB, then gently lift the assembly away from the shell. This exposes the rubber gaskets, which we'll also remove. Dump out your old buttons and set them aside, but be sure to keep the home button sleeve as this is actually part of the controller. Installing the new buttons is dead simple, as each one has a unique shape that will only fit into one of the sockets in the shell. If your button isn't fitting, you've got the wrong socket. Once they're all in, replace the rubber gaskets. In case you get confused, here's a cheat sheet for which one goes where. Gently replace the PCB and shoulder button assembly, then secure them in place with the 4 small silver screws. Next, we'll reattach the flex cable before assembling the 2 halves. Make sure the black bar on the connector is lifted, then use your tweezers to slide in the cable with the blue side facing up. Once the cable is fully inserted and in line, lower the bar to lock it in place. Assemble the 2 halves, taking care not to strain the flex cable. Then install small black screws in these 5 locations. Reinsert the battery, making sure to line up the pins. Then replace the plastic cover and attach with the 4 remaining small black screws. Finally, slide the shroud back on each of the arms and install the last 2 screws. And that's it. You're done. If you followed along at home, feel free to ask for help in the comments or show off your own final results. Stop by gtblabs.com to grab a set of custom buttons, and check out my Instagram to keep up with the latest news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.